If you break 67,600, that would be a way out of this bearish market. Make a higher high, then make a higher low, and get out. But if you can't do that, if you make a lower high below 67.3 or 67.6, we are going to just make a lower high and then tumble back over and make a lower low in Bitcoin. And when you make a lower low in Bitcoin below 64,550, that is when you're going to see a massive dip in all these altcoins and all these bear flags start to play up to the downside. And Bitcoin on the 15-minute is already overbought. So let's see what happens. The 1-hour chart and 4-hour chart has gas for Bitcoin, but it doesn't look good to me even on those time frames. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is just going to be a bloodbath. So we'll see what happens. But if Bitcoin's down 5% at the end of the week or more, I would not be surprised. If it's down 5% tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see what happens. That's the way out, though. You need to make a higher high on Bitcoin for the entire market to have some recovery. Thank you for the gift, Coach Bounce. And your measure move is 72,183. So technically speaking, that would get you close to all-time highs, and then that would get you to the resistance there, right about at 72,800, 72,700. That is the measure move of the falling wedge. So I would say if you can hold these lows at 64,400, you would get the bounce. But if you do not get back above 65,500, or if you can't stay above 65,500, which is weekly resistance and support, then you are going to go down to the next support, which is 60,600. Right now, Bitcoin has to stay above 65.5, and the fact you're barely above it is not a good sign. So really now in a situation like this, you have to look at the smaller time frames. 12-hour chart looks good for a bounce. 8-hour chart looks okay. The 6-hour is struggling. The 4-hour chart is struggling. The fact that the smaller time frames are struggling and making lower highs and lower lows tells me it's likely we're not going to hold the weekly support, and we are going to go down to that $60,000 area. 60,500 is the next support. So this is the Coinbase chart on the Bitcoin chart. So on the weekly chart, we are covering back to the downside, basically oversold again on the weekly time frame. So weekly is ready for a bounce. The 3-day time frame is almost oversold again. You probably need another 2 more days of downside action because you have a day and 20 hours left on that candle. So the 3-day needs more downside, and the 2-day is ready for a bounce, just trying to curve up. Daily is struggling to get the bounce, but you are in a falling wedge on Bitcoin on the daily time frame, so you are ready for the bounce. And your measure move is 72,183. So technically speaking, that would get you close to all-time highs, and then that would get you to the resistance there, right about at 72,800, 72,700. That is the measure move of the falling wedge. So I would say if you can hold these lows at 64,400, you would get the bounce. But if you do not get back above 65,500, or if you can't stay above 65,500, which is weekly resistance and support, then you are going to go down